Hi everyone, in this episode, we are going to do a full review and water quality test on this Purifighter Gaia countertop reverse osmosis system. The company marketed this product as a mobile RO system for outdoor camping and emergencies, but you can also use this for your home or apartment if you don't want to reconfigure your plumbing or are not allowed to install an undersink RO system where you live. I'm going to show you the two different ways you can set up this RO system, and then we will test the quality of the water using this test strip, and we're also going to use this TDS meter and compare the TDS measurement from our source water and the water that comes out of this system. And just for fun, we will also test the water disposed of by this system to see if there's any difference between the disposed water, the tap water, and the filtered water. Inside the package, you'll have your user manual, and you'll have this cup tray. You'll have these two hoses. One is for your inlet and the water is for the outlet. So you use this for an external water source. You'll have your power adapter. You'll have your water tank connection base, your source water tank component. You'll have the portable pitcher. So this is where the clean water is going to be stored. And you have your RO machine. This machine already have your filter pre-installed, so to take it out, all you need to do is pull this top cover out to the back. And on top, you'll see that you have two filters. You have the pack filter and the RO filter. So to remove the filter, all you need to do is turn it counterclockwise, and then you push it some more and it's going to release, okay? This PP plus CTO filter can filter your water up to 5 micron. So this will be effective to remove sediment, rust, large impurities, bleaching powder, odor, organic, and ideal for the household. So basically, this is similar to the filter that you put in your refrigerator. And this is going to condition the water before it actually goes into the RO system. This filter will last for up to 6 months. And to put this thing back, all you need to do is just insert it into the pack filter hole and turn it clockwise. Okay, and the one to the back is your RO filter. And this RO filter has a membrane filtration accuracy of up to 0.0001 microns. So this will effectively remove various bacteria, viruses, heavy metals, antibiotics, any pesticides and residues that are in your water. And this one will need to be replaced every 12 months. And again, to put it back, you want to insert it with the arrow facing forward. And then you want to turn it clockwise until it locks. And once you have the filter put in, you just want to get the top cover in, and the arrow is basically pointing to the front of your system. All you need to do is put this on top and then slide it forward. So the machine feels well made. It's made of stainless steel from the top and to the sides. And the one in the front is a hard plastic. So to the back is where you can connect your hose or your tank component. And this one right now has a cover. So to remove the cover, you want to make sure to press this white button like this, so you can remove the cover out, okay? So once you have the cover out, you can use your hoses and insert them right here on the in position. And then the other one will be going to the out if you want to just put this thing in an external water source. So let's say you have a bucket of water or you have a stream underneath you that you just want to put this thing so you have an endless water. You can also do that. So once you insert this thing, this is basically locked in, and in order for you to remove this, you just want to press this thing up again and pull the hose out, okay? And if you want to use this source water tank component, all you need to do is install this water tank connection base. So this two pipes right here, you're going to be inserting it right here as well. And when you do that, you want to make sure that you hear it snap properly, okay? So if you don't do that, you are going to have a leak. So let me go ahead and push it. You heard that? So once you have that, you don't need these hoses anymore. All you need to do is insert this like this, okay? So let's go ahead and set this thing up into my counter so we can test it out. Okay, so the plug on this is actually on the right side. It's right on this one right here. So you just want to remove the cover and plug your adapter. And you just want to connect this to a power source. So let me go pull this thing out so I can show you how it's done. You can actually just leave this container into the machine and just open the top cover. And then you can just pour some water right here, okay? But right now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put my tap water into this container. And when you put your tap water, I'm not sure if you can see this, but the max line is just about 1/2 inch from this black piece that's part of the handle. Okay, so that's the max line right there, if you can see that. And let me go fill this thing up with water. And let me go turn this thing around so I can show you how to install the source water tank. All you need to do is just put it on the top and slide it back down, okay? And once you slide it back down, all you need to do is just put the cover back in so you don't have anything falling here. And basically right after I put the tank in, the machine started working. So you can probably hear that little hum. So right now what it's doing is it's filtering all the water and it's putting it in this clean water storage tank right here in the front. And for initial use, you want to empty this source water tank 4 times before you drink your first cup of water. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna wait for this to fill this thing up, toss the water out until the source water tank is empty. And then once the source water tank is empty, I'm gonna fill it again, and then I'm gonna do that 4 times. And you can see right now the water coming in from our tap water is 661. I actually have a really high TDS in my tap water. It averages between 500 to around 600. So this one is actually showing a little high, okay? So I think that's because the dirty water is also going back to the tank and then it's filtering it again. And while we're waiting for this, I just want to give you some more details about this machine. So the source water tank has a capacity of 3 liters. The clean water tank has a capacity of 1.5 liters. The machine has a filling speed of 1,250 ml per minute, and it has a daily output of 380 liters if you drink a lot of water. The pure to drain ratio is 3:1, meaning that for every 4 cups of water that you filter, you get 3 cups of clean water and only 1 cup goes to waste. The power adapter is 110 volt AC. If you have a 12 volt 5 amp DC or 24 volt 2 amp DC, you can also plug this thing using those adapters. If you have a power bank, this is also compatible with power bank via 12 volt or 24 volt connection. Another good thing about this system is that you have access to the wastewater, so you can always repurpose it for other uses. The wastewater, often referred to as dirty water, is not truly dirty, but it just contains a higher concentration of minerals, salt, and impurities removed during filtration. So that water is not safe for drinking, for bathing, or washing hair, but it is highly reusable for non-potable household tasks. The wastewater is very effective as a cleaning agent because its slightly higher mineral content helps cut through the grimes without leaving residue. Or you can also use it as pest control. You can sprinkle it around the garden edges or drains to deter certain pests like cockroaches, flies, ants, and silverfish using the natural salt content in the water. Okay guys, so we're done flushing the filters. So now let's go ahead and take an actual TDS measurement. I'm going to be using my TDS meter right here. So right now this is empty and I'm just going to put it right here. And I'm going to take a measurement on the source water. So this is my top water right here. Let me go let it settle. Okay. And you can see that is 515 ppm. So my source water right now is 515 ppm. That's what's going to be coming out from here. So you can see right here you have a 748 in and 17 out. So the in, don't worry about this one because this thing is always going to go up because as it filters the water, the wastewater actually goes back into this container. And as more wastewater goes back here, this thing will go up. As the water reaches around this level, That's basically purely wastewater. This thing is going to show you that replace the water signal right here. So when you have that, you just want to throw the rest of the water out. You can repurpose it for cleaning and then fill this up again, and this thing should go back down a little and then start going up again. Okay, so the water out right now is 17. We'll see. We're going to put this thing in. And what I learned is basically once you put it in, this thing is going to start humming. You're gonna feel that working. Don't worry if you don't see water right away, because that thing takes quite a while before it starts filling, especially on your first fill. Okay, so after that it should go a little faster. So we'll give this a couple of minutes. Once it has some water in it, then we'll grab some water and measure that water as well. Just to remind again, earlier we have 515 ppm. So I think we have enough water to do our test. Just want to let you know, when you get water, you can actually get the water by pulling this thing out, or you can get the water from this little spout right here. So in order to get the water, you just have to press this. When you press this, this thing is going to fill 10 ounces of water. Okay, and then after that, it's going to automatically stop. So just want to show you right now, it's about to stop. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure the water that comes out of this. From 515, now we have 26. So let me show that to you. Earlier we have 515. After it goes through the reverse osmosis, now we have 26. I'm gonna throw this thing out. And you can see right now it's filling up the pitcher. So let me throw this pitcher out also. And basically what we want to see is if our output TDS will also go up as this thing goes up. So let's go ahead and wait until this thing fills up the pitcher again so that we can have enough water samples, okay? Okay, so now it's telling me that I need to toss the rest of the water out from the source water tank, and the TDS ppm coming in is 999. So once it reaches this line, it will basically tell you to replace that water, okay? So let's do two things. One is let's grab some water right here. Alright, so let me grab this dirty water right here, and let's measure the TDS also from here. Okay. Okay, again, this is the RO water. That's a pretty good number. It's still 28, even though the ppm here shows 999. Okay, now let's go ahead and check the concentrated wastewater right here. This is the water that the machine wants you to throw away. Okay, so let's go ahead and check that. See that number right there? It's 1,372 ppm. That's really high. This water right here, you can always use this to clean, and this water here is for you to drink. Let's also check if there's anything that we can find from our water quality test. This is the RO water. So it looks like all the numbers from the RO water is basically on the 0 side right here. See that? Now let's see about this concentrated water. You can see there's a difference right away. If you look at where the RO water is, like this one is really high. This one is on the last number. This one right here is pretty good. Most are still good, except for, I think, this one right here. Which one is this? Is the carbonate ppm. This one is at the 240, and the pH on this one is around 8.2. Below is my RO water, and to the top is the wastewater. If you found this helpful, please do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. Your engagement action helps small content creator like myself more than you know.